So here's the Ride Machette on the table. You know, again, really wished I could have compared this to the Machette GT. You know, specs are so similar, it just seems like, you know, the Machette GT just has a little more high-end tech, might be a little lighter, you know, a little more snappy, a little more feel underfoot. But I rode it last year, so it's really hard to compare, you know, a week or so of riding last year to, you know, a week or so of riding this year. But just stoked to have this out for extended demo and to kind of show you this under the table, under the pretty lights on the table. You know what I mean? Under the table, on the pretty lights, however you want to say it. You know, you can see there's a little bit of camber underfoot. You know, kind of going out, like, it's just kind of a mellow camber going to a mellow early rise. But it really makes it really, you can really feel it on the snow, where it doesn't always look like it's going to translate that way, but you can feel the camber engage on the snow, and you can feel the rocker in the tip and tail. It doesn't feel as catchy as you would think. So pretty fun, very aggressive for a twin. But you know, let's look. You know, the closest you can go with a normal set of bindings is 20.5, and the widest you can go is about 25.25. Now, this is a true twin. This isn't the kind of board you get for an all mountain. You know, if you want to do that, go ride Wildlife or you know, or the Berserker or something like that, where you can actually center it, ride pretty well, switch and regular, and then set it back on powder days. So setting it all the way back, oh yeah, let's talk about that. You're looking at just about 22.75, which isn't bad for many, and can be slid into place. And then you're looking at just about 20 and just about 17.5. So yeah, so, you know, 2.5, that's not terrible for getting back on board. That's almost as much as some all mountain boards. But when you think like 2.5 versus like 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, you know, you're going to get a lot more directional float with other boards like that, like the Wildlife and such. But, you know, it's still not terrible for a centered stance twin. You know, you can take a look at the base, but I'll flip it around like a little sign flipper. You know, it wasn't waxed, and hasn't been. Oh, it's still a little wet from today's riding. Hasn't been waxed, and I don't plan on doing it. Just too many boards that come through. If I spent time waxing, I'd answer emails even less. So I rode the base as is out of the factory, and it decent glide. You know, it's just all smooth and solid. All the graphics are underneath. Clear P-Tex, I mean clear wax. So, you know, a clear base. So, you know, clear P-Tex will do a good job fixing this, as long as you don't cut all the way down into the core here and, you know, slam through the graphics. So, you know, all in all, it's a great board for those who live the freestyle life aggressive, like speed, regular and switch, and like going big in the park. Then you have the Machette or the Machette GT.